This is your Weather Extreme video for Saturday, November the 19th. I'm ABC 3340 meteorologist Brian Peters. Thanks for tuning in. Well, we've had a cold front move through the area. There's our satellite image, and unfortunately, we got very little rain. But the Birmingham airport did record 1/100th of an inch, which breaks ends the dry streak of days with no rain at 61. So that sets a new record. The old record was, I believe, 52, set back in 1924. As you can see from the satellite image, we do have a few clouds, especially over the eastern half. If you kind of divide it east-west, we have cloudy skies over the eastern half of the state, and it's clearing over the western half. We expect that clearing to take place pretty quickly as the cold front moves off into the southeastern or the extreme southeastern part of the United States, down along the southeast coast of the U.S. In the meantime, in the upper atmosphere, of course, we have a pretty significant trough, bringing a nice cold shot to the area. As a matter of fact, with the cold shot, we're expecting some freezing temperatures. We'll get to that in just a minute. As you can see from the U.S. temperature map, there's a lot of really cold air with some values down very close to the single digits over there in the central part of the country, parts of western Nebraska especially, and that cold air is coming our way. This morning, we're kind of have a big range near 40 along the Alabama-Mississippi line, but near 60 along the Alabama-Georgia line. So quite a range of temperatures across the state. It'll be breezy, too, as the northwesterly wind at 10 to 20 miles an hour with some higher gusts are possible behind that front. Rain, though, is in short supply. Parts of the Tennessee River Valley and extreme northern half of Alabama did see a little bit of rain, but very little. Again, Birmingham Airport recorded 1/100th of an inch, I believe, around 4:25 a.m. this morning. So that does end the streak of no rain days. Watch warning map is rather complicated. All those dark blues that you see are freeze warnings for a good portion of the southern tier of the United States. The bright reds or kind of reddish pinks are high fire danger. And then, of course, we have out there in the western Texas area, those purples are actually hard freeze warnings. QPF-wise, we didn't get much with this shot as we expected pretty much, and it looks like the next shot will come probably on Wednesday primarily. There's been a little bit of doubt, as James mentioned yesterday. There's not a lot of confidence in that, but it looks like the timing is getting a little better and should be primarily on Wednesday. But just like this last system, probably won't see much rain. Storm Prediction Center has very little work today, with only just a few thunderstorms expected on the extreme northwestern U.S. coast. The tropics remain quiet. There is an area of disturbed weather in the extreme southwestern Caribbean. That area is not expected to develop much over the next couple of days. However, after a couple of days, conditions are expected to improve, and we may see some development. In the meantime, it's expected to move slow and erratically over the next several days. And the eastern North Pacific is quiet. All right, 06Z GFS model run this morning, and there goes our trough as we see things cool off today as the high begins to settle in over to our west. We have a good northerly wind, and that'll the north and northwesterly wind will be 10 to 20 miles an hour and gusting today. So take that into account if you have outdoor activities. And please, 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 drought conditions continue to worsen with the lack of rain. Do not attempt any burning. There's a burning ban across the whole state of Alabama. And with this wind, if you get a fire started, it could just take off. The Sunday forecast for the upper atmosphere shows that trough moving out into the Atlantic, and over us we see the high settling in. Sunday morning, I think we'll see freezing conditions around 32, probably in the range of about 28 to 32 or so. The big freeze is coming on Monday, though, and that is when you look at the upper air chart, you see we're beginning to come under the ridge, but we still have northwesterly flow. And at the surface, the high settles in right over Alabama, Mississippi, Tennessee, and Kentucky. And so good radiational cooling is likely to occur on Monday morning, along with this colder air coming in. So we're looking for a pretty good freeze and pretty widespread freeze over the northern two-thirds of the state of Alabama. As a matter of fact, there is a freeze watch in effect for Sunday evening into Monday morning. We begin to warm up on Tuesday as the high temperatures will moderate as we get up into the upper 60s, maybe even approaching 70. We stay with that ridge, but a fairly stout trough comes out of the Rockies on Wednesday. That will be producing at the surface a surface low in the vicinity of Chicago, just to the northwest of Chicago, with a front trailing back from the eastern Great Lakes back into the southeastern U.S. So there's our next shot. And again, it looks like right now, with this kind of timing, that it will come probably during the day on Wednesday, probably ending by Wednesday evening. The trough moves on quickly, and we come under another upper ridge rather rapidly, so that should clear us out. And as you notice, the high is coming in from the west, not from the northwest, and therefore we won't cool off quite as much with that system. By Friday, we're beginning to see the effects of the upper ridge establishing itself once again, and we see that well on Saturday, so we should be warming up with highs by Saturday getting up into the upper 60s, perhaps even near 70 degrees, as we have just surface high pressure down across our area. Looking out into Voodoo country, the pattern remains pretty progressive, pretty speedy, with systems, one coming in right after the end of the period that we use out a week, and then we have another one around the 29th of November that is coming across. But the ridge is doing just exactly what the ridge does, which is to force the traveling weather systems to our north. So once again, it's probably going to be like the last couple of systems. The rain dynamics will be further north. By the time we reach the 4th of December, around 372 hours out, you can see that we're under a big ridge over the about the eastern half of the country. That'll do it for the Weather Extreme video for this morning. I expect to have the next one posted first thing on Sunday morning. In the meantime, you can always check back on the blog for notes on Alabama's weather. And if you need the latest forecast, I'll have that tonight at 6 and 10 on ABC 3340 as I fill in for Megan Thomas. Have a great day, and Godspeed.